What is going on, everyone? Welcome to today's live stream. Today we're going to be talking about shorting Bitcoin, the overall crypto market, and we're going to go ahead and see what's going on with the news and if the narrative has changed and why I am shorting Bitcoin at the moment. So welcome to the channel. If you are now tuning in, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Subscribe as well. As you can tell, I do have the same clothes. It's because I think it's the same clothes that I'm wearing from yesterday. I think I was wearing this yesterday's live stream. So just a heads up, I'm just waking up right now. So obviously I'm going to go ahead and change and start my day. But today I'm starting a little bit earlier just because I do have a funeral to go ahead to attend to, unfortunately. Fortunately in both ways. Unfortunately the fact that I have to go to one, and then unfortunately that that we have to go ahead and do that. Really, I mean, it kind of sucks, but either way, what I'm just bear with me. I'm just waking up right now. So talking about waking up, let's go ahead and take some W, man. So that's how we're gonna get our day started. I have to start a little bit earlier, that's why I have to be out there at the event. I really don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. Never actually been to a funeral that I remember or that I could think of, so this would be like my actual first official, so I really don't know what to expect. And it sucks because it's like a friend of mine that I was somewhat close to that happened. So yeah, honestly just sucks overall to go ahead and go to such events. So I really do recommend anybody that you haven't talked to, whether it's family, whether it's friends, definitely go ahead and reach out, send them a text. You just never know when you're ever gonna see that person, and the thing that sucks is that I was trying to see my friend for the longest, and I tried hanging out with him and stuff, and it just things wouldn't work out, like he wouldn't really do the effort. I guess he was really going through his own thing, so just it sucks to even be in this position, but it's just a reminder that literally things could be gone like the next day. So always make sure to go ahead and follow up with your loved ones, with your friends. You truly don't know what people are ever going through, and you just definitely don't know when is going to be the last time you're ever going to hear from them. So I would definitely encourage everybody to go ahead and reach out to anybody that you do truly care. And I would just say just try to be persistent to those people that if you're trying to communicate with them. And obviously if things go south, then, and like in my situation that I really did try, but I don't know, man. So just asking myself that I could have tried harder. But I know at the end of the day, I know he wouldn't want any of those kind of thoughts on anybody. So yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and see how this time starts. I'm starting a little bit super early, so bear with me. I am shorting Bitcoin, and I am actually live with my position right now. So definitely go ahead and support the channel by most importantly, smashing the like button, subscribing, and support the channel by using my MEXC link down below. Currently giving all the way up to 9,100 in sign-up bonuses, and that's actually the platform that I'm currently using right now to go ahead and short Bitcoin. So I am in profits, not that much. I'm probably at like $16. I'm super surprised I did not get stopped out. I was so close to getting stopped out. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about how to prevent to get stopped out. One thing that I've noticed after losing a lot of money and getting stopped out, I kind of figured there's this kind of way where you won't get stopped out as much, kind of like in my scenario, right? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with I apologize for this stream. I'm really off. I'm zoned out. I really don't know what I'm even saying, to be honest, at this point. So bear with me. But okay, so let me go ahead and restart. Just imagine you did not just see that. This is the thing with live. The thing with live, it's really great because you just go straight to it, but it's also bad because I can't just pause the camera and edit those parts out. You know what I mean? That's the reality of the reality, unfortunately. All right, so quick update. I'm doing a lot better. I'm feeling a lot better. Still, I do feel some fluids in my chest. That's why I'm having trouble right now, kind of breathing a little bit. So bear with me on that. Okay, now use MEXC to go ahead and support the channel. But what I wanted to go ahead and mention is that I really do appreciate all of you that have been subscribed to the channel. So looking at my analytics, 72% of you are actually subscribed and watch my content. Only 27.6% of you watch the content but are not subscribed. So stop being weird and go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me and join the community. We would really appreciate you, trust me. And I really do appreciate every one of you joining as well. So let's go ahead and look at my short right now with Bitcoin, with what I'm doing, and we're gonna go ahead and start off with some TA, look at some news, and then just finish it off with some meme tokens, see what's going on. But we're gonna go ahead and start off with the reason why you clicked into this video, right? So here's my current short right now on Bitcoin right now on MEXC. As you can tell, you can see right here unrealized profit and loss about $18. So I'm currently $18 in profit. Like I said, I'm surprised that it did not get stopped out, because I was honestly, when I woke up earlier, I was like, frick, I really hope and cross my fingers I did not get stopped out. And what I ended up actually doing is that it's actually quite funny, because I was looking at the charts and I saw how high the wick went. And I believe the wick went as high as 26,680. And a lot of people got stopped out there. Luckily, I put mine up by 5 and I put 26,685 to go ahead and do a stop loss reverse, meaning that what a stop loss reverse is, which I just even like learned about this yesterday, that I was like, dude, this is actually pretty cool. I didn't know you were able to do this. But it could be good or it could be bad, right? Because this morning when I saw that, I was like, snap, hopefully I did not get stopped out. Because if I got stopped out, not only did I lose money going short, but I also lost money going long. Hold on. Thank you, Happy. Thank you. Sorry about that. I had to go ahead and take care of something real quick. But what I was saying is, so a lot of people actually got stopped out at 26,680. Luckily for me, I put up my stop loss reversal, which is 26,685. So for all those that are not aware, I actually just started trading futures not that long ago. Like, I've been in the crypto space and into trading for a while, since 2017. I was trading stocks and options, and then I was like trading / investing into altcoins. Last bull run is when I really started my journey into crypto, like full on. But I've been in crypto since 2017. Like, I remember being in crypto, getting into all those ICO scams, getting into all those MLM scams where like, oh, you put $1,000 and you get, you know, passive income every day as long as you recruit 30 fucking people, you know? So like, I've been in the space of crypto for a while. Just that after I got scammed multiple times back in 2017 with all the ICOs coming out, I'm sure a lot of you understand what I'm talking about. All these tokens coming out brand new. Like I said, they were straight MLM, like pyramid scheme formatted. Like, you had to go ahead and recruit more people in order for you to make more money. I mean, I guess that's life, right? But anyways, what I'm saying, I'm getting kind of off topic. That's when I really dove into crypto back in 2017. I got scammed multiple times. Fast forward, last bull run, I kind of like left cryptocurrencies. Like, I kind of like ignored it because I got scammed so many times that I didn't really understand you know, altcoins or anything. I didn't really know about that because there wasn't as many crypto creators back in the day, and back in 2017, most of the content crypto creators were mostly associated with these MLM scams. So they literally started their channel to go ahead and get a following for these crypto scams, right? Pretty much almost like what we're at today. But the only difference is that I don't see a lot of people promoting no MLM related crypto scam. But that was what was going on back in 2017 when I got in. So a lot of the content creators you would watch, one of them that was pretty big, and I think he's still on, his name is Trevon, and they were promoting, what was the token called again, dude? I literally had it right now in my head. BitConnect. There you go, BitConnect. Like, I'm literally like, I know I'm going off topic right now, but this is just a reminder, just so you could understand that I think I spelled it super wrong, but there you go. So BitConnect was one of those things that was going on back in the day. It actually started back in 2016, and it was popping off around 2017. And BitConnect was the open source cryptocurrency that was connected with a high yield investment program, a type of Ponzi scheme. And it was literally a Ponzi scheme. So a lot of the crypto influencers back in 2016, 2017, when I joined this space, maybe I wasn't looking at the right location, right? Because YouTube, it's all about, you know, watching the correct person and all that. But if you don't know, this is what BitConnect is. And I'm going to go back to the topic, right? And this is what BitConnect was back in the day, dude. It was freaking hilarious. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because I'm telling you pretty much like my journey of how I got into crypto. Now I'm doing a little bit of futures trading, and you're going to go ahead and see what I have done to go ahead and be able to find entries like this. I'm not the best trader, I'm going to be honest with you, especially with leverage. Leverage is a whole different kind of ball game. And as you can see right now, I'm $24 in profit, right? So I did almost get stopped out multiple times, but I am trading live. Like a lot of you always asked me and told me, hey John, go ahead and trade, bro, go ahead and trade. And I've been telling you these dumb excuses, which are not really excuses, right? I always told you I don't feel comfortable right now in this market. I don't want to trade. Let me go ahead and look for an entry point and all of that. Hey, what's up, crypto bags? A long time no see, bro. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better, bro. I'm feeling a lot better. A little bit up early today because unfortunately I have to go ahead and go to a funeral. And the reason why I say unfortunately, because it was a friend that it's a friend of mine that I have to attend. So it kind of sucks, you know what I mean? It's like I really wish I would have never have to be going to a freaking funeral for a friend. So yeah, so right now hopefully we're gonna go ahead and test out this time and see how people react to as well. But I'm talking right now about BitConnect, man, because you know how you've been mentioning to me about, you know, going live on a trade. Well, I'm actually live right now on a trade. I'm $26 in profit right now, leverage trading, only leverage trading at about a 10x, and I'm actually shorting Bitcoin. And I don't know why Bitcoin's dumping right now, but we're in the profits. You know, $30 is not a lot. Obviously, passively, it's a pretty good amount, but $30 is not a lot of money. It's not life-changing money, but I think, in my opinion, you always want to go ahead and start off with an amount that you feel comfortable losing, because futures trading is really, really volatile and you can literally get stopped out. Like I almost got stopped out for a while, and I don't know why Bitcoin's, yeah, you know, we're in profit, so I can't complain. But anyways, I'm talking about BitConnect and how I got started into crypto back in 2017. So to me, I've only been futures trading literally for like the less than 3 months since I started the channel. So I've literally learned how to do futures trading, literally. So now, right now, you guys could go ahead and see what I've learned, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you my mistakes, how to use MEXC, because a lot of you have been asking me, hey John, how do you use MEXC? How do you leverage trade? What is leverage trading? How can I benefit? How can I make money? And I always say it's very, very risky, you know, and you could go all the way up to 200x. So you could leverage trade a lot of money, but the higher the leverage you go, the easier it is for you to lose money. So yeah, bro, you're good, man, you're good. I really do appreciate you, man. I think this is just the moment you have to go ahead and keep your head up. By the way, I have the same clothes, bro. Don't judge. I have the same clothes as yesterday because I just woke up. So I'm just literally starting the day right now because I have to go ahead and be there early at the church service I think they're having. I don't know. I've never been to a funeral, so it kind of sucks that it has to be from a friend. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do that. But like I said, it's all about keeping your head up and just, you know, reaching out to those people that you haven't talked to in a while. I really do recommend that. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's not talk about sad things, right? Because I know my friend wouldn't want to go ahead and have nobody sad. So we're going to go ahead and talk about some exciting things right now. But yeah, so currently going short right now on Bitcoin in profits, as you could go ahead and see. But like what I was saying, when I started my journey in crypto, it was back in 2017. I got into a lot of like ICO scams. I'm sure a lot of you probably are familiar. Comment down below if you've ever got into the crypto ICO scams back in 2017. One of them being the biggest was called BitConnect. And we're actually going to go ahead and watch a little preview as to why it's such a meme. You probably came across this meme. And the reason why I'm telling you this backstory is because I just started leverage trading literally 3 months ago, and I've lost a lot of money within that time, honestly. And I've also made a lot of money, right? I made a lot of money, and I've also lost a lot of money. One of them being my biggest plays was when I was trading Pepe 2.0. I made about 15,000 in a day with about $3,000 that I was risking. So I $3,000 with leverage. I don't remember. I think I was doing probably like a 7x leverage, and I did that with about $15,000 in like a day, less than a day probably. Yeah, probably less than a day, half a day, probably a couple hours that I made 15,000. Obviously, I got greedy and I lost all my damn money because I put it back into the play thinking that I was gonna make more money. Honestly, I was up actually $30,000 for the day. I was up $15,000 on my MetaMask. I was up $15,000 on my MEXC account, and I didn't take profits on. I actually took profits on my MEXC account, closed my position, made profits, and then I re-entered my play with all the money that I made, about the 15,000, and then I went all in with the leverage position, and I kept on buying the dip, and it just got liquidated, and I just woke up with all my money being gone. So I've learned a little things these last couple months when it came to leverage trading. So I'm actually brand new to leverage trading. I know a lot of other crypto YouTubers usually only do and made a lot of their money from crypto futures trading. But for me personally, I made a lot of money through meme tokens. And the power of meme tokens plus futures trading, it's like a whole different world. But anyways, that's my backstory. So I literally just learned how to do futures trades. And right now I'm in profit with my short, like I said, but I'm giving you the backstory of how I started and why I never really dabbled into futures, because I never understood it. It's actually quite confusing, to be honest. And I got back in when I dabbled into crypto back last bull run. I got into like investing into altcoins, getting into altcoins, and then I moved on from meme tokens. Then from meme tokens, I always heard about this leverage trade thing, and I got in, and I remember depositing money into Bybit at the time. I deposited like $50 into Bitcoin. I went to my local Bitcoin ATM. That took freaking like almost an hour and a half to go ahead and see it in my wallet. But I finally deposited the Bitcoin, right? And then as soon as I placed my money, I didn't know how to close my position or open. I knew how to open it, but I didn't know what I was looking at, honestly. Because at the time it was super volatile, that I guess I got liquidated and I didn't know that. So I kind of learned by putting my money and losing money in the market. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about BitConnect. Look, this is BitConnect right here. It's actually quite funny, and this is what was going on back in 2017. So I got into a lot of these crypto scams, and that's why back in 2017 I kind of ignored crypto again, and I went back into trading stocks and options. And then as soon as crypto became hot again back in the last bull run, I was making money in the stock market. So for me, I wasn't even hearing so much about crypto. I just thought, like, you know what, like, I guess I missed out on this space, because I don't know why, but I thought that for Bitcoin you had to actually have $26,000 in hand to buy one Bitcoin. I didn't know you were able to buy fractions of a Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of that. So I wasn't too deep dived into the crypto market back last bull run. But I was heavily into trading options and stocks, and I was actually trading stocks that were actually related or correlated to Bitcoin, such as Riot blockchain. What was the other one? Mara. And a lot of those stocks, usually every time Bitcoin went up, these stock options went up as well, these stocks. And then I was trading these options for these companies, and I was making a shitload of money too on there, $30,000 days when Bitcoin was, making new all-time highs. So I was like somewhat in between, but I really wasn't. I wasn't like into like what I am now. Like right now, I'm like fully focused on crypto and understanding these markets, but I am going to go ahead and start talking a little bit about more options, because I'm looking at the stock market, man, and there's a lot of money to be made. Anyways, I'm going off the rant. This is what BitConnect was back in the day. It's actually hilarious.
What's up, BitConnect? Hey, everybody, my name is Carlos Matos, and I am coming from New York City, New York. Let me tell you guys that I am so excited. I am so happy. I am really so thrilled to be right now sharing this amazing glorious, super and exciting moment of my life with all of you guys. And let me tell you that we are really changing the world as we know it. The world is not anymore the way it used to be. No, no, no. Be connected. Wow. Be connected. We are coming, and we are coming in waves. We are starting, and we are going to actually go over around $1,400 on an everyday basis, 7 days a week. What?
So to go ahead and break down the context, you see how this guy probably became like a meme sensation. I'm sure a lot of you probably have come across this guy. Let me go ahead and see if I can actually find like when he's getting all hyped up. So pretty much what BitConnect was, it was a multi-level marketing straight up just scheme. So the way it worked is that the more people you would recruit onto your team, the more passive income you would get. This guy was saying he was making $1,000 to $700 a day. And that just tells you like how much money people were actually making, right? But the problem is that you have to be the first ones to go ahead and get into, and then eventually as time goes on, then obviously you pretty much get the rug pulled up. And this is pretty much back in 2017, a lot of the crypto YouTubers at the time were pushing the BitConnect narrative, and that's all I knew, right? One of them was like Trevon or some shit like that, and there's a whole bunch of them that are no longer here because as soon as it collapsed, they obviously disappeared, right? Because they and what I heard is that BitConnect actually like went after like these influencers, like these crypto influencers at the time, and actually were paying them like money just to go ahead and promote their platform as a marketing, kind of like what goes on today, right?
But let me tell you that I am actually earning around $1,400 on an everyday basis, 7 days a week. What? I am right now independently, financially independently. I am saying to so many people who said that this was going to be a con artist game, that this was going to be a scammer game. Hey, you're going to lose all your money. My wife still doesn't believe in me. I'm telling him, well, honey, listen, this is real. No. That's a scam. And I said, but wait, I'm going to go to the bank. I'm going to get my Bitcoins. I'm going to actually put it into dollars. Here, they're right on the table. No, that's money that you took from another account. I'll say, what am I going to do? And let me tell you that I am actually...
The funny thing, though, it's kind of not funny, but the fact that it actually was a scam, right? So those are the kind of scams that I got into back in 2017. I got into quite a few. And because I was really, really young at the time, I was like still in high school, I believe. I was working at like McDonald's, bro. And the kind of money that I was making at McDonald's was very, very low. So like when I was losing like $200-300, that was a lot of me. Crypto Liveback says, I heard about the BitConnect, but I didn't dig into the crypto till 2020 fall period. Yeah, man. So what you just saw with BitConnect was a whole bunch of other companies like that. Another one I got into was called thereto. And that was actually, now that I think about it, that was actually my first crypto video I made back in 2017 on my old channel. That's crazy. And I was talking about thereto and shit. And then literally as soon as I got in, like that thing died. Like everything got pulled. That's when the market started crashing, because with BitConnect, it was pumping around November. Like we usually talk about how a lot of these meme tokens in the crypto market does really good around October, November. And then I think it was like towards December when it started seeing a decline and people were taking profits, and that's when the whole entire market structure switched. And then Bitcoin went from, I believe it was like 17,000 down all the way to $3,000 back in 2017. I like literally remember that day. So like back in that day, I was working at a McDonald's. I was still in high school at the time. I think I might have just graduated from high school. And you know, $200-300 was a lot of me, because at the time my paychecks were probably coming out to only like $600 or $800. And the thing is that because I've always been an entrepreneur, I've always invested my money in other things. So at the time I had a clothing brand, not really a clothing brand, but I was a reseller. So I was selling a lot of like Supreme and all that stuff. So like literally 99% of my paycheck went into buying Supreme, because I would just flip that money and duplicate all my money. So literally, like working at McDonald's at that age, I was literally just working there just one, to get a gym pass, which I ended up getting like my second paycheck. I remember one of my biggest paychecks being $800, and then I started reselling a lot at that time. So like most of my paychecks that I did make from McDonald's, so I would get paid anywhere between $800 to $600 every 2 weeks, I believe, and sometimes only $500. It just really depended how much overtime I made, right? Because at the time, minimum wage was very low, and all that, yeah. Anyways, so I ended up making probably, I was actually still in high school when I was working at McDonald's. So I was only able to work part-time because of the laws, right? And the most money I've ever made at the time at McDonald's was $800 on my paycheck bi-weekly, I believe it was. And so you could imagine, so my biggest check was $800 after all the taxes and overtime, because I would always ask the manager like, hey, can I stay longer, can I work more? So instead of me only working part-time shifts, because I was cool with the managers and I was cool with everybody there, I would convince them to go ahead and give me some time. I'll be like, hey, like do you need any more help? Like, I'll take out the trash, whatever the case is, right? But to make a long story short, my biggest paycheck was $800. So you could imagine what, like, when I was working at McDonald's and I was just working like what they had me on schedule, my paychecks at the most would be $500. And most of that would be invested into my business, which was a reselling business. And obviously that's where all my money went into, where it went into drops. Literally Supreme dropped every week, every Wednesday I believe it was. So I would have to have enough money to buy drops every week, and then as well I had to go ahead and pay money for my bots. Then I had to go ahead and do all of that, right? And then obviously when I sold my products, whether it was on eBay or any of those platforms, I had to go ahead and wait a period to go ahead and get my payments processed to go ahead and get my money back. So it was like all my money was invested into my business at the time. So like $300, art of the hustle. Yeah, dude, I've tried a lot of businesses, man. I've tried a lot of businesses, crypto. I'm sure you have too, bro. I've always had that entrepreneur mindset. Like, I've started so many businesses when I was younger. Since I was like literally 3, man. Since I was literally 3, I remember I would go around my neighborhood selling candies and selling my toys, because I remember my mom didn't have enough money for rent. And I was like 3, imagine that, at 3 doing that shit. So I think I've always had like the sales in me, you know what I mean? Like being a salesperson early on when I was younger. And I think that's what's always motivated me to go ahead and look for these opportunities. And the reason why I'm sharing this story, guys, is because I remember when, you know, $300 was like a lot of money to me, you know, back in the day when I started my trading journey. And I've seen the amounts of money that I've made. Like, I've been able to turn you know, a $1,000 account all the way up to $60,000 in 6 months trading options with the right strategies, the right discipline. And the thing that kind of messed me up is because of my background, as my story, as you can hear, I've always been that entrepreneur mindset, that I always knew that working for someone wasn't going to do it. And I always knew that having your own business and making passive income was really, really important early on at my age. I kind of, once I started making that big money, I got really cocky and my ego grew, and I thought I was better than everybody. And those influences that I had around me in the time of life that were a lot more successful than me and were twice my age, because I had that ego in me, because I was like literally from like the ground zero to being like literally nothing to making thousands of dollars, literally internet money through trading options and all that. I got really, really cocky, you know. And because of that reason, I lost a lot too. And I literally lost everything. I'm talking about, I lost my apartment, lost everything type of deal. And I'm literally starting all the way from the ground zero. So like what you're seeing me right now, it's like literally, I would say probably like at the middle of my life, because I was actually worse than what I am right now. And it's kind of crazy how things are going on, right? I would have never imagined myself doing crypto videos again, because I had another old channel that I started back in the last bull run that you guys could go ahead and look up if you want, but it was called Lux Fiat LLC or blockchain or something like that. And you can go ahead and see my old videos. I've been doing this thing for a while, and I restarted the channel all over again. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that what I've learned is that you have to go ahead and be able to have your ears open, not listen to everybody. You have to be very, very cautious to who you listen to, but also be very, very disciplined. So like once I started making a lot of money, I kind of threw all my ideas out the way, and I no longer followed them, right? And I was more emotional because I remember waking up seeing 30 grand from sleeping. Imagine just sleeping and then waking up to 30 grand. You know, that's the best feeling, especially like someone my age who has never seen that kind of money. And I think like that cockiness and that ego grew on me, that I ended up losing everything. And I'm actually very, very grateful. At the time I didn't see it. I was like, damn, this sucks, man. Like, I don't know why I had to go through this. I'm currently 25, just so you could go ahead and see this. So I started my journey pretty early on. And actually I just turned 25 last week, but I was sick, so I didn't really do much but played video games. But anyways, what I'm saying is, at that time when I was 21 making that kind of money, I think I was 21, 22, I didn't listen to the people around me that had more experience in business, that were very successful. They were like in their 40s, 30s, and they were telling me things, but I didn't want to listen to them because my ego was like, dude, like, shut up, bro. Like, I make more money than you in a day. So yeah, so that happened. But right now we're in the journey of restarting everything all over again, right? And I'm learning literally all the mistakes that I've learned. I'm showing you and talking to you about, so you could go ahead and possibly not make the same mistakes, right? Because for me, I'm the kind of person, unfortunately, that I have to go through it and experience it in order to learn from it, which I really wish that wasn't my personality, but it is. You know what I mean? I have to go ahead and try out things. Like, if you tell me not to go ahead, like, you don't know how many times people have told me don't invest in crypto, it's a scam, or don't invest in meme tokens, it's a scam. I would still go ahead and do it. Why? Because I know the opportunities and the probabilities. So what I'm saying is that you always have to go ahead and stick to your gut, and that's why I'm telling you all of this. And that's how my crypto journey started back in 2017. Now, currently right now, as you can see, I'm shorting Bitcoin, and I'm currently around $29 in profit, which is not much. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because I'm only, keep in mind, I've only put in $300 and I'm only using 10x leverage. So imagine if I was doing $1,000 or $3,000 with a 10x leverage. That would have been like if I'm playing with 30 grand, you know, depending on the amount that you're putting. And the reason why I only put this amount is because I was comfortable only losing $300 at the moment, because I want to get better at trading. Futures trading is a whole different ball game to options trading, in my opinion. It's probably because I understand options trading, but leverage trading is a whole different ball game. And the reason why is because now you have a lot of volatility with leverage, which means you could get stopped out very, very easily. So there's a lot of fake outs in the market, even more with leverage trading. And we're going to go ahead and look into the reasons why I began to short Bitcoin. And we're going to go ahead and see where I think my trade is and where we think things are going to happen. So as you can see, I am officially live. You can see my account right here, $30 in profit. It was literally like 16 bucks when I started this stream, and I'm already up $30 right now. Keep in mind, I did keep this trade on since yesterday around Asian time. That's the time I like to go ahead and trade, and right now I'm still holding on to the trade. I might close the trade, but we're gonna go ahead and see everything right now. This is for all of you that have been asking me, you know, go ahead and trade live, go ahead and trade live. I do want to go ahead and mention that this is not a common thing, right? I almost this close got stopped out, and I was literally in the market just seeing like me lose money, and I was like, I really believed in what this position I was entering, that I never sold. But I did put a stop loss, and luckily I did not get stopped out. So if you actually go ahead and see what went on, let's go ahead and look at the charts. I talk too much, bro. Frick. So if you go ahead and take a look at the chart right here, we're taking a look at the 15-minute chart. And one thing I was very, very cautious about yesterday when I entered this short, because I entered this short around right here, so I didn't enter that at a good entry point, honestly. I entered probably, you see my average entry is 26,512, so that's my average entry that I entered Bitcoin on. So I didn't enter that good, and you can see right here all these little red marks. That's my entry. So the way leverage works, for all those that are brand new, you're seeing I'm already $33 in profit. I don't know what I'm going to close at. I think I'm probably going to close if Bitcoin drops below. I think it's going to drop to $25,000 in my opinion. But we're going to go ahead and see. But the way futures works is you first need to go ahead and create an account, right? So go ahead and make sure to support the channel by using my MEXC link down below. 9,100 in sign-up bonuses. So definitely go ahead and do that. But when you go ahead and create an account, I did forget to mention, no KYC, and literally takes less than 3 seconds to create an account. And then once you go ahead and create an account, as you can see, this is a live account. And you could actually go ahead and leverage, you could do paper trading. So that means you're trading with fake money, you know what I mean? I wouldn't suggest that, in my opinion. I would rather have all of you trade with real money, even though if it's like $100 or $300. I would rather have you trade with real money and lose that money. I know that how bad that sounds, but I would rather have you trade with real money, whether it's $100 or $300, to go ahead and test out the markets and see how it works, right? Because it took me a decent amount of money to lose to understand how leverage trading works. And it's really, honestly, it's really an art and a skill when it comes to, and actually it's more of an art, not really so much of a skill, because you can learn, you can know how to do TA, but if you don't understand the volatility of the market and how the market usually reacts, for the most part, you're always going to go ahead and get stopped out. And this is a reason why I didn't get stopped out on this trade, because I was close to it. As you can see, my stop loss was at 26,685, and I actually made a stop loss reverse, meaning, which I didn't know about, that if it did trigger this area, for me personally, I thought that if it did trigger this area, we were more than likely going to go ahead and have a reversal, and we were actually going to trend up. And the reason why I did that was because at the time, the 1 hourly chart looked like a bullish flag breaking out. So I was like, if this does break out accordingly, I might go ahead and get stopped out, and it might go ahead and moon up. But I didn't really think about it. Like, I'm like, dude, if it hits this area and it goes down, and I'm pretty effed up, right? Well, it looked like it was a liquidity grab. And because I understand how liquidity grabs usually go and how far they usually spread out, I was going to have a pretty tight stop loss. And because I've learned from my previous mistakes of how, you know, liquidity grabs happen, I understood that I had to go ahead and put my stop loss a little bit higher than usual, right? Like I said, I'm only trading with $300 with 10x leverage. So it's like if I have a like I'm trading with $3,000, right? So with that stop loss, my loss would have only been about 6%, which is about $19. With Bitcoin, you're not going to really make too much profits if you're not trading, if you're either not entering really good trades, or if you're not trading with a little bit more money. I think $600 to $1,000 with the 10x leverage, it's a pretty decent amount of money that you can make. Probably like $100, you know, all the way up to $300, depending on the volatility that you get into and your risk to reward, right? So I was willing to go ahead and risk $20 and enter this and close my position. Luckily, because I understand volatility, as you can see, I don't know, I'm not sure if I was what I was doing at this time, but it actually went as high as 26,862. And I think my stop loss was, what was it? 26,685. So I almost got stopped out right here. Well, actually, it was a little bit higher. So now that I'm realizing, I'm like, damn, luckily I did that. And the reason why I did that is because usually back a couple of weeks ago, a couple months ago, I would usually go ahead and have my stop losses being pretty tight, meaning that I would have probably put my stop losses at that area right here. Probably I would have done it at 26,712. Normally I would have done that like back in the day, but because I've been watching these markets a lot, and this is the reason why I recommend all of you that before you do enter a trade, not only should you go ahead and feel confident and comfortable into the position that you're entering, but you should also definitely go ahead and understand what you're looking at, right? And look at the scenarios. So for me yesterday, when I entered this short, I think it was probably on the 15-minute chart that brought a lot of interest to me. If I'm not mistaken, was it the 15-minute chart or was it the 4-hour chart? Okay, so it was actually the 1 hour chart, I believe, that got my interest into entering this short. And I think honestly at this point, I'm gonna be honest, I think I got kind of lucky as well, because I did not have the best entry in my opinion. And I think one of the best things to do is obviously go ahead and learn from your mistakes and learn how to become a better trader every day. And honestly, I kind of think like this was one of those plays where I knew I should be I knew the reason why I should be going short, but as well I feel like I got lucky in this trade. And that's what sometimes happens, you know. Sometimes all it really requires is for you to have some knowledge of the market and also get lucky, you know what I mean? Because you can't always go ahead and predict where the top or the bottom is going to be for the most part. And for me, for example, I jumped in around this area right here. I jumped in around this zone right here. As you could go ahead and see on my trades, my average is 26,000. Oh, average entry 26,512. That was the area that I jumped in into Bitcoin. So it was around that area that I jumped in my average. Usually what I would recommend for all of those that are jumping in into looking for trades on any like leverage trading platform, obviously go ahead and support the channel by using my MEXC link. But usually what happens is that for me personally, I've noticed, so I was trading with $300, right? So what I would do normally is that I would go ahead and look for multiple entries before jumping in. So meaning that instead of putting in $300, like let's say at this area right here, my full on $300 with 10x leverage, like let's say instead of putting all my money right here at the zone, I would go ahead and put money right here. I'll put in like $30, then I'll put in another $50 right here, then I'll go ahead and enter and put in another $30 right there, then possibly go ahead and put another 30 right there, and hopefully go ahead and put the rest of my money around these areas. So I would go ahead and do multiple zones to go ahead and jump into and put money, because you can't predict the top exactly, right? Especially with volatility, especially with what's going on. And this is a prime example right here. So when I was looking at this very closely, I was like, snapples, I think this is a bull flag. Like I'm gonna get wrecked right now. And I was looking at this very closely because I was getting in. I got in around this area right here. I think it was around the zone right here, like a small little amount, like $30, and then I slowly, you know, got in right here, This is an example. I didn't get exactly at those areas, but I did get around a total area like that to go ahead and have my average, right? And what ended up happening was that I was seeing this and I was like, snap, dude, like there's no way, like we have to go ahead and get rejected right here, or else it's not going to look too well on my end, right? So crypto sets, that's the spot everyone is shorting at 25,600. Yeah, see, crypto even crypto bags is saying that. So I got in around that zone, and if you guys saw my video yesterday, I did say I was going to enter a position at 26,677, and I think my first trade was at 26,618 if I'm not mistaken. And I was like, snap. So a lot of people would actually got liquidated or got stopped out in the shorts, and the reason why was because at this I saw this bull flag forming, especially on the 1 hourly. And when I got into all these positions, like at these areas right here, thinking that it was going to go lower, because honestly we should have gone lower, but unfortunately we actually pushed to the upside. So imagine I got in right here, got in right there, got in right there, and then got a little bit right here, and then it pushes to the upside. I'm like, frick, dude, like I'm probably gonna get stopped out. I'm like, I'm good. I believe in my trade. This is gonna go down. There's a few indicators. That's the reason why I believe it should go down. And I stuck to my belief, even though I saw a little bit of money losing. You know, $9 is not a lot, and this is the reason why I'm telling a lot of you, start with a decent amount with whatever you feel comfortable with, right? Because leverage trading does change a lot. Like I was at $30 in profit, and right now I'm at 26. I was at $16 in profit when I started the stream, and now I'm at 27. So it's very volatile. So imagine playing with higher amounts of money, more than me, like higher than $300 in leverage trading. You're seeing like thousands of dollars up and down, go up and down, or hundreds of dollars, right? You're going to be very emotional to it. So that's why I would suggest you start with a small amount like myself, $300. $30 is not life-changing money, right? But the whole entire goal is to become disciplined. Can you go ahead and become a disciplined trader? And we're going to go ahead and see that with me. What am I, and will I be able to go ahead and close this position on time to take profits and move on? And would I be disciplined in my trade? Because if I'm not disciplined with a small account with $300, best believe you're not going to be disciplined when you're trading with $10,000 and above, right? And the whole goal is to go ahead and prevent yourself from losing too much money. So that's the reason why I'm only starting with a small account, is to go ahead and get better and see if my discipline is there. So far, I think I have improved as a trader these last couple of weeks. So, and we're actually seeing it right now, obviously with the trade, right? But what I was saying is that because I believed in what I was doing, we also had this bull flag pattern forming, which I'm sure a lot of people saw. So it actually did break up to the upside, and we see it break above it, which is not a good sign. And I told myself, you know what? A real confirmation that this is a bull flag pattern and we are in a full-on reversal and it's not a fake out is if we break above this area right here, which was the 26,619, right? So after this pattern broke out, a lot of people were thinking Bitcoin was going to hit $27,000, and so was I. I was thinking the same damn thing. I was like, snap, dude, like if my short doesn't go in position, I didn't realize that this was a bull flag pattern for me. Like I realized when I was in a trade, I was like, snap, dude, why did I just enter this trade where there's a possibility of a bull flag pattern going? But one thing you always have to have in mind that I've heard very, very constantly from really good traders is that usually when the market believes that something's going to happen is usually the opposite. So if people are believing the market's going to go up higher, you should be shorting the market. And when people are very, very bearish in the market, you should be going long. So it's always like whatever retail says, do the opposite, right? And it kind of seems like this is the scenario because everybody was bullish yesterday and these last couple of days. Well, I've been bearish this whole entire time. You've seen how long I've waited to enter this trade. I've been trying to enter this trade for a while. I've been trying to enter this trade literally since right here, and then since right here, and then finally I entered the trade. So this is more than likely finally going to go ahead and hit the $24,000 area, and that's what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to go ahead and dump down to $24,000, and that's because of the indicator of the DXY, right? So we're going to go ahead and look at how the DXY is doing right now at the moment. But with the trade, I'm walking you through the trade and what was going through my mind at the time and how this could have easily faked out a lot of people, right? Almost faked out myself. So looking at this, I remember looking at this trade yesterday when I was trading this, I was like, you know what? If it does break above 26,610, then this is going to be a fake out. This is going to be a reversal. So I was going to put my stop loss around here, but I was like, okay, with leverage trading, usually what they do is that they fake out the market in order to go ahead and dump it even more. So what they ended up doing right here at this scenario, and this is the reason why this play worked out perfectly, was because as you can see, we actually ended up breaking above this this line right here, this yellow line that's going down, which would be like the bull flag pattern forming and would have been a confirmation of a bull flag. And after realizing how the market's been playing around a lot and usually plays around with emotions and psychology, I've noticed, I was like, you know what, a really confirmation on an area that it is going to be 100% a reversal is if we stay above the $26,000. So what ended up happening was that we touched that area, but we got rejected, and when we fell down lower, ended up trapping a little bit more bulls. So what they ended up doing, a lot of bulls were thinking, okay, this is it, we're gonna hit 27,000. I thought the same thing. I was like, snap, dude, I'm gonna get stopped out. I'm like, it is what it is. I'm gonna stick to my trade. If I lose money, I'm okay losing $19. That's okay. So this was a full-on bull trap, dude. Like, I wish I obviously would have entered my short right here and not like around this area, because as you can see, my average entry point is 26,512, and obviously if I would have entered my trade at 26,600, that would have been better, right? It is what it is. So that's why that's the reason why I'm also saying that, in my opinion, I think I also got lucky with this trade. So I wouldn't give like full-on like kudos to myself, because I think I also got lucky with this trade for not chickening it out on this position, because as you can see, then they ended up trapping the bulls right here. They ended up pumping even as high as 26,674. So they ended up stopping out a lot of people and liquidating a lot of people, a lot of shorts at these areas right here. Luckily, because I was like, okay, So if it does break this area of the 26,618, usually when you're leverage trading and a lot of liquidations happen, you usually have big huge wicks like this. You see this huge wick right here? This is all liquidity grabs. Like, these are all liquidity grabs, and liquidity grabs, stops. Like, this is like literally what the market does. They purposely go ahead and have you either lose money or get out of your trade. So it's really, really volatile, really, really manipulative. Art of Pepe Inu, what's up? How's it going? What is going on, bro? Welcome to the channel. Never seen you, dude. I've never seen you in the channel. So if you are brand new to the channel, smash that subscribe button for me, bro. And if you have been in the channel, I apologize. I probably don't recognize your name. You probably must have changed it. But welcome, welcome, welcome. So, knowing how many times I got stopped out in the past, I told myself, okay, what usually happens, we see these massive wicks over and over and over again. This is how a lot of traders lose money. They lose money because of stop losses and getting liquidated. And that was me, right? And I learned from my previous mistakes. I told myself, all right, so if we break this 26,618, then it's going to be a confirmed reversal. That's the reason why, if you see my trade right here, I ended up putting a stop loss at 26,685 with a stop loss reversal, meaning, in my opinion, I said if we go above 26,685, I'm okay losing that money because I would only lose $19, which I was okay with. And I also told myself that if we do go ahead and break above 26,685, we're more than likely going to be in a reversal. So might as well take advantage of both sides of the market, right? So there's a reason why I'm saying that I also got very, very lucky, because I did the mistake of putting a stop loss reversal, and I didn't really think about that because this is my first time ever using that. And I was like, dude, this is actually pretty cool. Like, I can't believe you could do that, because I've been in multiple times when I would put my stop loss and literally the market would go ahead and do the same exact thing that I was planning, but I got stopped out, so I'm no longer part of the trade. And I told myself, so if there's massive wicks like this all the time, and I know that if we break above 26,624, then that's going to be a confirmation. In the back of my head, I'm like, okay, so usually huge wicks happen. Let me go ahead and put my stop loss at, I put it at 26,680 something, right? I put it up right. What was it exactly? I forgot. 26,685. 26,685. So I put it up right here. Do you see how close I was to getting stopped out? Look at that. This is the reason why I say I got super lucky on this trade. I'm not saying I'm the best trader. I'm admitting that I got super lucky. So now the question is, learn from my mistakes here, even though I am in profits right now, but I also got very, very lucky. Why? Because as you can see, let's go ahead and kind of keep the chart a little bit cleaner now. And if you're brand new to the channel, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Go ahead and smash that like button for me. So if you see right here, no, I don't like that arrow. Right here, I would have gotten stopped out, guys. I don't know. I'm not sure if you guys understand how lucky I am in this trade, because it could have gone really, really bad on both ends. And it's all about, you know, learning where you went wrong and how to become a better trader, right? So that's the reason why I'm only trading with $300, because honestly, I'm not trying to really make money. I'm really trying to focus on becoming a little bit more disciplined, because I've noticed that that's been my weakness when it came to trading, being very, very undisciplined. And I know the power of being disciplined. Being disciplined, you know, you can make a lot of money if you're a trader, having your emotions under control, and as well knowing what I'm telling you right now, right? So I put my stop loss right here at 85. Why? Because I was actually going to go ahead and put it at this area right here. I was actually going to put it at 26,650 or 26,646. I was at, yeah, 26,650. I was actually going to put my stop loss. And I was like, I went back. I was like, let me go ahead and think of the times that I got stopped out. What happened? My stop losses were too tight, or they literally stopped me out on purpose, right? So I was like, if I believe that 26,650 would be a confirmation of a bull trend, and it'll be a reversal, meaning that my short should go ahead and be closed out at that position, because that means I'm going to lose more money. I was like, okay, that's what I would normally put my stop loss at. I would normally put my stop loss around this area right here. And I was like, okay, so knowing how far wicks go and knowing how the market usually touches those wicks and stops people out, I was like, let's go ahead and move my stop loss all the way up to 26,685, because we're more than likely going to hit 26,680. So I was like, if I up it by 5, if it does get close to that area, I'm more than likely not going to go ahead and get stopped out with a liquidity grab. So luckily this actually played out in my favor, because there was a lot of scenarios of fake outs right here in this market. For example, the bull flag pattern forming that I didn't realize it was a bull flag forming until I entered my position. I was like, shit, dude. I was like, I literally just entered this right now at this moment, and I didn't even realize that there was a bull flag pattern forming. This was a massive fake out for the bulls, and what ended up happening is that I almost actually got liquidated, or not even liquidated. I almost got stopped out of my position. I was off by like 10 points. So I'd always suggest you guys to go ahead, if you have your stop loss at, like, let's say your stop loss is only losing, let's just say for example $100, right? In my opinion, I would think it would be worth, if you're really confident in your position, I would think it would be worth putting your stop loss at like 210, where your stop loss is losing only 210, even though you're okay losing 180 or 150. Just to go ahead and play it safe, I would normally go ahead and do it a little bit higher, like 210, and be okay with that max being, you know, the end of that. So if this reversal would have played well and it would have triggered my 26,685, not only would have I lost about $20, but as well I would have entered along at this position, because I put a reversal stop loss, meaning that I would go ahead and buy in at the area that I'm closing my position automatically. So if I would have done that and it would have triggered, not only would have I lost $20 at this position right here, but I would have also lost probably a lot more money, because as you can see, as soon as it did hit this area right here, the 26,773, it literally went down. Bitcoin ended up going down to what I believed was going to happen this whole entire time. But there was multiple fake outs, and this is the reason why you can't only rely on patterns, because this would have worked out really bad. And it looks like a lot of bulls got trapped on this, thinking that it was going to hit $27,000. And I've been quite bearish. You've seen me talk about how bearish I was on Bitcoin, and I haven't been able to enter any positions until yesterday. So I'm actually glad that I'm in my trade now, finally. But I wish I would have gotten in at a better entry. You know, I got in at this area right here, which I don't think was the best entry, because a lot of things could have gone south. Because if you see, look at those areas that we touched. I almost even also like ended up closing my short and going long right here. But I stuck to my goal. Like, dude, there's no way Bitcoin could go ahead and hit $27,000. There's just no way it could. Like, all the signs are there that it shouldn't go ahead and rally back up. Does it mean that and Bitcoin can go ahead and go to these levels and go as low as 25,000 or 24,000 and then bounce back up and make new all-time highs to $30,000? Yeah, it could. But at the same time, you also have to be aware of what's going on with the market structure, right? So at the time, this is the reason why I'm saying at the time, I was like, yesterday, I was like, yeah, there's no way the DXY is not going to go up higher. It usually goes up higher. So right now we're actually seeing the DXY, and it's actually quite interesting, right? Because the DXY was higher yesterday. The DXY went actually up high, and it has been trending these last 2 days, which is really interesting, while Bitcoin has been going up. And usually the case with the DXY is that when the DXY goes up, Bitcoin goes down, and vice versa. When the DXY goes down, Bitcoin goes up. And right now the DXY is actually going down. I think this is probably just going to go ahead and take a breather. It's probably going to go ahead and come down to the 105.053 before bouncing back up and hitting the 107. And that's the reason why I was extremely short, right? Because I was like, you know what? There's no way that tomorrow the DXY is going to go down. Well, unfortunately, the DXY did go down. So that's the reason why I'm saying that in my opinion, I got very lucky on this trade. And I wouldn't say that, you know, I knew this was going to happen 100%. I think I got very lucky, and I understood, and I really stuck to my belief. and I made sure that I would go ahead and put my stop loss. So pretty much what I'm saying is that I was disciplined when it came to this trade, and I understood it, but as well I also got a little bit impatient and I got in a little too early on my trade. So there's a lot of things that could have gone wrong with this trade, and I probably would have been, you know, over probably $100 lost right now waking up. But I'm not. I'm about $28 in profit, and like I said, $28 is not life-changing money. It's not going to make me rich. It's not going to make me retired. It's not going to do any of that. But what it is going to do is going to help me become a better trader and become more disciplined in my positions and see what I did wrong. You know, like right now, what I'm telling you openly what I did wrong, and I'm telling you this trade was 100%. I would say like probably 90% luck, because I had everything the correct way, but I entered my short probably a little too early, and I stuck to it because I truly did believe that this was going to go ahead and get to these areas. As you can see, I got in around this area right here. All these red arrows are me getting in around this area, and so far it's been played out. It doesn't mean that we can't go ahead and break above it. We're more than likely probably going to go ahead and try to retest the $26,400 or even possibly $26,500 before getting rejected one more time, and coming all the way down to the $24,000 area. In my opinion, and the reason why at the time, and there's the reason why I'm talking about this, is that I thought the DXY was going to go up higher. So right now the DXY is actually taking a breather, so it could actually mean that by the weekend leading onto Monday or Sunday, Bitcoin could actually go ahead and surpass and go back up and trend back up. So I'm going to have to go ahead and look at this very, very closely and know when I should go ahead and start closing this position. I'm not going to go ahead and close it yet. I would say ideally, I think that the highest Bitcoin will go up in the short term will be 26,500. That would be like the highest in my opinion before dropping down even lower. I think it's really, really doable that it might get rejected at the 26,400. But like I said, think about liquidations. Shorts getting liquidated. I think 26,500 could be very, very doable, because they could go ahead and do another trap for the bulls right here at these areas before dropping all the way down to 25,500 and then down below. I think 24,000 is very, very doable, but let's go ahead and focus at the area of 25,500 first before talking about 24,000. But my area target is 24,000. But like I said, this could literally could change overnight. And right now with the DXY, what I'm thinking about more than likely, because it is Friday, the day hasn't ended, right? But it does end green. It's going to look pretty good for the market. But if it does end red, that means that more than likely, probably either Monday, we might either drop, because usually it dumps for 1 or 2, 3 days before going up. As you can see, it dumped for 3 days, it dumped for 2 days, and it dumped for another 2 days. And you also have to keep in mind that I believe next week is the FOMC meeting, which in my opinion, I think it's going to dump crypto. So yeah, it's on the 19th. So we also have the FOMC meeting coming up. So there's a lot of things to go ahead and be aware of what's going on with the market, right? So we're going to go ahead and see where this trade goes. I'm going to go ahead and keep all of you updated. Make sure to go ahead and follow my Twitter at altcoinjohn. And as well, make sure to support the channel by using my MEXC link down below, and go ahead and support the channel by using my W link down below. That's actually what I'm drinking right now at this moment while I'm trading. It helps you focus, and it tastes really good. Honestly, it does give you that energy, that kick that you need, and it does help you focus. So whenever I'm trading or editing videos or going live, I usually always drink a W. So definitely go ahead and support the channel with that. Let's go ahead and see what crypto bubbles is looking. It's looking kind of like 50-50. It looks like I said, there could be a reversal going on with Bitcoin, so I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna be analyzing this market very, very closely and looking at the meme sectors. It looks like a lot of tokens are currently dumping right now at the moment. We see Tether down 75%, Silk Road down 18%, Hot Dog down 80%. Pepe, the one we were going to enter that we didn't get a chance to enter, luckily. We missed out on a 4x on this, unfortunately. It's down 41%. Fin is still up 100%, which is very, very risky in my opinion. Snorkels is up 55%. There's a lot of BS going on there. And then Dork Lord is down at 12%. We're going to go ahead and see what's going on with Dork Lord real quick before ending the stream, because I do need to go ahead and start getting ready for this funeral service that I have to attend to, unfortunately. Happy Friday, by the way. I didn't realize today was Friday too. So happy Friday to all of those. Hope all of you have a wonderful day, a wonderful night. And all of you will be catching me up on Sunday. Hopefully we can do an update and higher in profits with Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and see. I'm looking to go ahead and aim for at least, if I could go ahead and make $100 out of this trade, or even $60, I think that'd be a pretty good trade passively. Imagine just making $60 to $100, every couple days passively. It's pretty good, you know what I mean? Obviously not life-changing money, but the goal would be to go ahead and add onto the portfolio and then be trading with, with a higher amount where, $27 is $270. Like if I was trading with a little bit over $1,000 with a 10x, this right now would be worth over $300 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it should be worth over $270. So that would have been a pretty nice trade to wake up to, right? $300 for the day, not too bad. Could replace a lot of people's jobs depending on what you do, right? But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and see what goes on with Dark Lord. If we do go ahead and get rejected at the 0.49 area, it is gonna look pretty bad. I am trading this on MEXC as well. I've been kind of switching it up and playing a little bit with that. So we're going to go ahead and see my trade right here. I have multiple MEXC accounts, and that's the reason why I encourage all of you to go ahead and do the same, right? Go ahead and create a MEXC account, especially by using my link down below, because not only can you go ahead and leverage trade, but you could also go ahead and enter these meme tokens and leverage trade them as well. For Dark Lord, unfortunately, you can't leverage trade those, but you could do spot trading. I'm actually in my spot position right here with Dark Lord. You're going to go ahead and see 2 accounts. You're going to see my positions on this. I'm down $100 right now for the day on Dark Lord. I'm holding on to this one for a little bit longer. I believe this is probably going to do like a 10x if you have to go ahead and wait patiently. As you can see, that's another trade that I have open right there. That's on spot, so that is not leverage trading. That's like if you have it on Uniswap and all that. But the reason why I have it on on MEXC is because I've been having issues with my MetaMask, which a lot of you know, and the reason why I haven't been able to enter trades has been a hassle. I've lost a lot of money for not being prepared, honestly. Not having enough money in my wallet for gas fees, not having money in my wallet to trade, like having my money on an exchange that doesn't let me, that I'm having issues with, having my money on MetaMask that's like preventing me from moving my money. Like I've been in these situations that like literally have prevented me from trading because of the factor of not having enough money for gas fees, not even having gas fees. Like I literally just got a cold wallet, by the way, which I suggest all of you to do this. SafePal, I'm not sponsored by them. I think they sell for like about $40, and I've been testing it out. One of the best ones in the market so far with my analysis, and I did that because I was having issues with my MetaMask. I was having like some JSON error, like not able to move my tokens. I had all my money there just sitting and I wasn't able to use it, dude. I was so disappointed because I needed that to go ahead and pay bills and as well to go ahead and enter positions, and I couldn't do that. And then I ended up transferring all my money onto my cold wallet, and then to go ahead and swap my USDT into Ethereum, or to go ahead and send it out, I needed Ethereum to go ahead and send my money out. And I was like, dude, why did I think about that? Like, why did I forget that you need Ethereum to go ahead and transfer monies? Like, it's so freaking annoying, bro. This space is annoying sometimes. You really think about it. It's kind of backwards. It makes no sense, but it is what it is. Crypto Liveback says, happy Friday again. Sorry for your loss, bro. Try to enjoy your welcome despite the somber event. Yeah, bro, 100%. I'm gonna have fun, bro, for sure. I'm gonna have lots of fun. I'm gonna get super lit. I'm gonna have fun. It's gonna be like a church service, I guess, and then it's gonna be like some little get together afterwards at this pretty cool location. So it's gonna be like a get together, like a giveaway party. Not a giveaway party, but a let go party. I'm not sure what it's really called. Like I said, it's my first funeral, unfortunately, and it has to be this way too. But I know I'm gonna have a lot of fun. I'm probably going to be seeing a lot of people from school that I haven't seen in years, so that's going to be quite interesting. We're going to see what's going to happen there, but I'm really excited, honestly, because I know I'm going to have fun, and that's really what I know he would enjoy, and he would want all of us to be. He would want all of us to be having fun and enjoying ourselves, and yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to that, honestly, but it just kind of sucks. And then yeah, the weekend, man. I'm excited for the weekend. I don't like the weekends, bro, because I don't really get to stream a lot, and I don't get to talk about crypto. But I'm crossing my fingers that the bull run does start soon, or some sort of movement into the bull run. That way so I could go ahead and start live streaming 7 days a week. And I'm gonna go a little bit harder with my content starting next week now that I feel better. As I actually do have a video uploaded, and I've been talking about why I'm bullish on Bitcoin Cash. You're gonna see that right now. I'm actually working on it right now. I have to work on the thumbnail. Why I'm bullish on Bitcoin Cash. So yeah, definitely go ahead and support the channel. Smash that like button, subscribe, comment down below another project you want us to go ahead and review. But you're gonna be seeing a lot of changes in the channel moving forward. You're gonna go ahead and probably, I don't know, I might do a rebranding. I might change the colors from red and white, I mean red and yellow, but I like those colors, so I'm not too sure yet, but I think I'm gonna keep those. But what I'm trying to say is that you're gonna see a lot of changes moving forward with the channel. We're gonna be talking about the meme tokens. We're gonna go ahead and change the content overall. We're gonna go ahead and talk about Bitcoin. That's the reason why I'm doing Bitcoin, right guys? I love meme coins, but meme coins get a really bad reputation for whatever the case is. But overall, there's more to what I know. I know a lot more than the average person in this space, in my opinion. I can say that confidently. And I want to go ahead and showcase that and educate you guys on what I do know, and maybe you could go ahead and get some value out of that. So we're going to go ahead and start showing a little bit more content from, you know, regular altcoins to, you know, meme coins to Bitcoin trading, because I'm pretty knowledgeable in this space, right? I'm pretty well diversified in both stocks, options, and crypto. So we are going to go ahead and start trading options as well in the near future. I actually already got my my account set up for that. And as well, I do wanted to go ahead and show you, what is it? I also wanted to go ahead and show you the platform that I'm currently working on right now at the moment, and that is for my private community. It's going to be called the Decentralized Titans. Let me know what you guys think down below. And this is what the platform is going to be. So we're going to have 2 tiers. So one of them is going to be the free tier, which is going to be the Ruby. Then we're going to have the Diamond, which is going to be $39 a month. And then we're going to have the Onyx, which is $69.97 a month. On this platform, everybody else that has like a trading kind of group or whatever trading kind of platform, they're charging over $300 a month, over $1,000 every month, over $2,000 every 6 months. So this Decentralized Titans is really priced, really reasonable, and way under market value for what I'm going to be offering. And it's going to be different for each one. But for the Onyx, you're going to be able to get 101 private sessions. You're going to get more courses. I'm going to do courses on how to leverage trade, how to open up an account, how to go ahead and how to go ahead and use a cold wallet, a cold storage, how to set that up, the best ones and the bad ones, how to avoid getting scammed, how to go ahead and trade options. I'm not sure if I said that already, and all of that, you know what I mean? How to look for meme tokens, how to go ahead and analyze them, how to read code. That's going to be obviously on a little bit on the higher end, on the $69 a month, but it's not that much of a difference, guys. It's probably like, what, 20 something dollars difference, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's like almost probably like $30 difference. Can't do my math right now, but yeah, we're going to be doing a lot, you know, one-on-one sessions, private live streams, daily trading setups where you literally get text messages on your phone when I'm entering a trade that I see value in. Instead of you going to my channel, you're going to be able to be like, I'm going to send you a text. I'm going to be like, hey, Bitcoin entering this area, going to go ahead and go long or short at this area, or this new meme token, Dork Lord, is about to go ahead and surpass 20 million market cap, take profits, stuff like that, right? I'm going to be doing that. Trading education, so like the courses, I'm gonna be making multiple courses, obviously mentoring and support, and exclusive giveaways. So the goal with this community is obviously to go ahead and be more united, because I've been talking about this whole entire tribal mindset of how we should all be united, because we could all go ahead and do a lot more together as a team. I believe that this is a team, right? So my success is your success and vice versa. So you have to go ahead and look at this channel. I want all of you to go ahead and look at this channel as part of your growth as well, right? Because we're both growing together in this phase of life, and I really do want to go ahead and achieve really good, huge, massive things with all of you. But the only way I can do that is with you. You can't do this alone. And I learned this the hard way. When you're an entrepreneur, and I've been myself for years, you know, there's so much you could go ahead and do by yourself when you need a team. And I'm at this point right now where I no longer just want to be a lone wolf. I've noticed that the power of community is really, really strong. And once you have a community, you could do a lot with your community, right? You could go ahead and find more opportunities. You could go ahead and network. So that's what the whole entire goal with Decentralized Titans is to go ahead and have a community where we could go ahead and really rely on each other, have each other's backs, and most importantly, give each other opportunities that we wouldn't probably be able to find in the traditional side of the market, right? So that's the reason why I'm charging, because that's a barrier to entry to go ahead and keep like the fake people or the leeches away and really have the real people that really do truly believe in value and education. Because I invested thousands of dollars into education myself, courses, how to trade, you know, mindset, you know, law of attraction, a lot of things. I invested hundreds of dollars, like thousands of dollars into my mindset. You know, I'm not here because, you know, I got lucky and I'm just like this. Like, I put in a lot of work growing up. Since the early ages of 16 is when I really started developing a lot of skills and knowledge, because I wanted to learn how to make money. So I know a lot. And I don't say that proudly, because they say that when you know a lot, sometimes that means that you're not an expert at one thing specifically, right? And because I was an entrepreneur and I had a very tight budget when it came to doing things, I had to learn how to do things myself, how to edit, how to use Photoshop, how to do graphic design, how to do marketing. You have to do that when you have no budget to hire people, right? So at this point in my life, I want to go ahead and build a community that we could all go ahead and help each other out. And that's the way a community and a company is successful, right? It's with having multiple people that have a similar mindset. So that's the reason why we're charging. But like I said, make sure to go ahead and support the channel by using my MEXC link down below. This is going to be coming very, very soon, and we're going to go ahead and talk about that a little bit more deeply. I'm going to go ahead and focus on how much more value I could go ahead and provide to all of you, because that's my goal overall. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready, because I have to get ready for this funeral, and I'll go ahead and catch all of you on Sunday. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch all of you on Sunday. Hopefully this trade turns out well. Thank you. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday. Happy Saturday. I don't know whenever